a little bit with Trex not being on the duel list like on other maps.
It could be a little bit of a grind for Meg to pick up those attacking rounds, and with Nat's already down to start, that's a bit of a problem, but Safe could be trapped here. He's got some support from the doors, but players coming down from elbow, causing some trouble. It's Chronicle showing up again, coming in with a 3K in the pistol, kicking things off on that.
At the moment, because Mech have really slowed things down.
A lot of battle going down on Matrix. He just goes flying out. Takes a double. What's going on there? 19 HP left. Leo is just barely holding on to life. He's being blinded. That right click. One bullet's more than enough to take him down, but none of them land. Around the wall, Shados goes. He's going to try the plant, but Leo's caught him. Because their pace is going to be that much quicker as well, not having to clear that spawn angle. They get in, grab a plant, cautious of cave. And Shados is here to clean up the guys coming through mid, has support from door. And that's the key thing, Tom. They're not leaving Shados here isolated by himself. They're trying to give him that little bit of cover that if he gets crunched on, he can be helped. But when he's crossing to the doors, he's being dropped. So a little bit of damage here from Guild, but it's not enough. They need a little bit more chipped away or to save these weapons.
Yeah, I think Leo, there's not really any value bringing that into the next round. The money he'll get will allow him the upgrade, but for Safe, any kills he can get is closer to the Blade Storm. It's an economic boost, but also a detriment to the other side of things. One thing I really want to bring in, though, about this round, it ties in a little bit to what you were saying with the players sort of playing off each other in mid and even checking into cave. It's just the awareness of Mech, and it's something I've really enjoyed, at least over the last couple of days. If you actually watch the way Redguard plays, even though they have a trap down,
he's on B. Mech grouped up here. They're looking to get in very quickly indeed. Defo already up on top, and he's being revealed on his way through. Russ tries to deal with him, but gets caught by Chronicle, and now a bit of a problem emerges. Leo was walled off just moments ago. His teammates couldn't cover him at all, but now they're there to help and fire from afar. Trex is in with one good shot start. Leo doing damage, trying to support his teammates, but now he's going to go for the fight. Now he's going to shoehorn this, and Chronicles pop the ulti. He's just panic stations, tour de force is out, and he's going to try to secure this angle, get the fight. Leo's caught up top. So Coldamenta sneaking up close is now their best chance. That off, trying to catch an angle from afar, but it's just not given one, Tom. Still, they haven't got the spike down. And Safe's crossed over to site, so he's got a nice little angle to play off, but the op not ideal for this 1v2 if they can group up.
The thing is, for once in their lives, Mech actually have time. 40 seconds. Yeah. They don't have to rush this. They don't have to overface. They're even looking like they might just swing this together. He needs to pull out the classic, and yeah, ultimately not going to. A couple of players low. Chance for damage, I would say, is high, and maybe if Safe can go nuclear, they have a chance. Instead, though, Russ, well, he's got a gun. It's not the best of what's there, but he's almost baited in. Nat, this now leaves them with a really good chance.
It absolutely does. Safe's donated the weapon. Now they've got two players to be able to actually fight on range on the way back through. The Blade Storm trying to catch someone on the updrafts, but no one's peeking, so in we go, and Leo's just picking him off with a Sheriff. He's grabbed a double already. Shock dart's coming through. Defo's down to one. Sheriff out. Let's do it, Leo. Get the triple. No, he's dropped. Defo
darts as well. Like it's just absurd. I'd love to see the total amount of damage that Leo did in that round, because I think you're probably looking about 300. While the Blade Storm on the other side, unfortunately, hasn't really been met with much of a response. An attempt to find an opener, but Redguard, he is going to find that kill. 2 ults utilized, and of course, Mr. Shock Dart's back to add another one to the death. Sacrificial Lamb. Is there anything they can do? And instead, he's going to pull out the Hunter's Fury. Oh, there goes Shados. And even going to almost find the next player as well. They've managed to section them apart.
He still has those trap wires down towards the steps, but no one has a reason to step there, and now Trex has gone down completely. A pick from Safe keeps them in it. Still even numbers, but they've got to just delay and wait to get back in here. And as they do, that Viper Pit finally comes into play. Leo, no drone to work with. So getting them out of this position, Trailblazer used up as well, Tom. There's not a whole lot for them to grab information with. You're going to be relying on Russ's flashes, possibly the recon of Leo, landed in a good spot. It's on the way through already, and, well, it won't be finding anybody. Clearing at the back. Oh, the judge. Or not the judge, the shorty, excuse me. Safe up close, but he wasn't going in. Defo's still just lurking on the edge of that, ready to blitz out. There he goes, down to the shorty. Oh, no, he was so close. dancing around inside. Rifle up close, ready to help. Leo catching one, and now another rotation. Coldamenta here to help. 3 players around this position. You've got to be scratching your head if you're Mech right now, wondering how they got so unlucky. And they figured it out. It's because the A players just ran away. They went to go and help that mid fight, and well, they've got the advantage now in the retake.
I also don't know if you're going to be expecting an operator to just be waiting at the bottom of mid. Like, you should have the Viper screen to allow you to actually cross. It's just whether or not it's going to be activated. And obviously on the other side, the Mech players are realizing we have to get aggressive here. We have to do something to try and make a move forward. Now, Russ at least seemed like he had a little bit of awareness of a potential flank, and another crazy damage shock dart. Max damage onto Nat, leaves him low, but he still managed to take a second with him as well. He's given Redgar a chance, who's managed to rotate all the way back around. The problem is the spike is not planted for him. He needs a kill almost instantly, and Leo is just going to stick it. He may get...
Or at least they made it sound like it now. They step back in, and Chronicle still wins it. He's made it around the corner. At least it looked like he had. Russ gets 2 from there. You know what I mean, Tom? It's like you look at a position, you go, oh, this guy's dead after he does that. No, gets another. Huge. Oh, Trex.
Oh, wow.
They're all in.
He's just W keyed in. He's almost managed to take 2, but somehow Defo's survived at least a little longer. He's dashing towards his opponent, and surely Safe has to make the realization. I don't know where he just looked. Oh, it's almost like he's trying to bait us into pure power. Oh dear, they're stuck within the tube, and he's gonna get one in the end. Of course he does. I don't even know why I doubted it for a second. Shados gone, and already what was a troublesome round to begin with looks a whole lot. Oh, it looks a whole lot worse now. That's the tour de force gone as well.
Yeah, that's a big blow. Defo was...
Oh,
you need to cancel that quickly. Coldamenta was there to cover. It almost serves as a bait. I'm not sure that was necessarily the intention. He's killed, and stop. Come on, man. Nat's left alone, and he's being revealed. It hit him. It landed on him, Tom. The people's champion.
Oh, he's tasted his own poison there. Coldamenta still with a good opportunity, but Redgar stepped up. This is a pistol that they desperately need, and Redgar looks like he's trying to win it single-handedly. A 4th kill for him, and while Nats is gonna, I suppose, steal the edge. Finding that kill is big. Can they actually kill off Coldamenta? They can.
Well, I bet they wish they had that rifle now. Invested a little bit more in themselves, but they're still in a great spot to get into this. 5v3, lots of security, and they've spotted Trex. He's using his util to fall back. He's spraying away. Some risks being taken here, and Mech, well, they're happy to capitalize on those little mistakes, the little bits of space given to them. Now Safe's in a 1v5. He's being wall-banged and pre-fired. And there's still a lurk out of Trex, who's coming behind Halls now. And as some players have dropped, he's running, now being heard, so Nats knows he's going to cut him off. And the rest of the players, they know they don't need to worry about the back necessarily. That's why Trex is sprinting it like crazy. He's won it still, though. He potentially has an angle here if he can get up through the tube, and he's already caught Shados. They know that the defuse is not underway, and they can just run this down a little bit more.
Oh, somehow Coldamenta actually denies it. It's going to come back into the 1 versus 1. I don't know if there's anything he could do to stop this, though. Maybe not realizing it's half, but just about. Bam,
taking him down, a stray bullet. And now the bullets, well, they won't be stray. They're going to come right at him. These players already on the site. They're potentially defusing. Coldamenta might want to start running in there soon. He's gone down. A big play from Chronicle around the outside. Good for the first 4 kills. And he's gotten it all the way. And now all that's left is to defuse. The time is going to be tight, though.
No.
It's going to come close.
They haven't got it. They haven't got it.
Oh! A little bit of extra space, and also lets them know the flank is secure. Oh my god. Nice shot by Nats. Great snake bite. Good follow-up from Defo. They're winning all the duels.
It looks like they're right back into this one right again. You still have a couple of players left. Oh, Russ and Trex. 2 versus 5. Back to 2v2. Hiding at the back of sight, but Redgar will drop another. It's left all onto Trex. He's holding that cross. Another insta headshot, and look how low Shados is. It has to be a connection with the op, and it will be, but there's no time again. Lives.
They're coming in here, though, with Bulldogs, with Spectres. There's disadvantages for the attacking side of Guild. The Blade Storm might make up for that. In fact, it doesn't. But Trex is wall banging their way to success. Nats was spotted earlier, and he actually got hit up there, tagged and taken down. The shock dart assist It's so strong, but Leo needs to do a little bit more because they haven't got the spike planted, and there's players on the way back into the site. Good tag, found, and he'll get him. A Hunter's Fury kill, blind at the doors, and of course it's Leo to win out that fight. Look who's up close. Safe's got another Tom. I think this map is locked in. And I think Mech are locked out. This is unbelievable. This is their map choice, their defensive side. And they've got practically nothing to say. A clutch needed by Redguard to even attempt an OT. He's being watched by Trex up close. This man's been on fire, and he'll get the triple to click. Hey, we're around Dish. We're executing A now, hoping that they would catch the flank, but they haven't. Patient Guild now reaps the rewards with a quick kill, and Trex is still just sat on the side.
The spike is in a horrible position. It just has to be an all-out brawl, and again, it seems to swing back, but Trex still within the site, still causing them issues, leaving it on to him versus Nats.
Figure out where he is thanks to that early rotation from Safe. What a shot from Nats! One bullet in the head, Hunter still. He's gonna have the ghost to work with, but Trex catches him through the wall. 4 kills from this man, and he did a remarkable job of staying alive. This can always be a little bit more chaotic there. Great opening for Chronicle. Only the one, and the other's being peppered down, but in a round like this, you don't expect them to pack that much of a punch typically, and they're doing a damn good job, even recovering some weapons and getting a plant.
Yeah. They've got one of the only rifles that's currently in play. The other is on Trex, of course, with the amount of kills he got, but Defo can definitely pack a punch. Well, Nats seems to be having a pretty good time with the Headhunter. We've always liked his Sheriff play. I guess it makes sense that this gun works in his hands. Even still, though, a 2 versus 3. Coldamenta trying to clear some of the closer angles. Ultimately, there's no one on the site, and the plant is not a particularly good one.
For security. Smoked off again. He kind of wants to get aggressive here with the position that his traps are in. They'll wait for them to go to the site, to his teammates, sort of fighting them as well. That's a great stun. Trex is able to drop Redguard. They've made their way onto the site. They're dropping Defo and now starting to defuse, at least tapping it, baiting Nats into thinking that they're on it. Potentially giving them... Oh no! Kill from... What's happening? Coldamenta went down to Trex.
30 seconds left.
That's a great flash. Gilder pushed completely back. Orbital strike made everything thrown into that, and they'll even get Shados for their troubles. Look, good start for Guild. Nasty fight to take with the Sheriff, and now
it's still down.
There's 10 seconds left.
Yeah, they haven't gone back for it. Like, they just completely forgot about it. This round is already over. Like, they just don't have the time to actually get back onto the site anymore. They've got to kill everyone. This is a huge blunder from Mech. Okay, the nade kill might have been funny, but yeah, they've just won, or they've just lost the round by forgetting the spike. Spike isolated now, away from the rest of the team. Somebody else needs to make a move. It looks like Nats is going to do it. He just walked straight through the smoke. Nobody watching for it. Coldamenta there for the trade, but that's allowed that escape. That switch up on towards the site. That little bit of space garnered is enough for Shados to get it down. He is screwed because Safe is going to manage to isolate him with the help from a Molotov, but now Redgar comes in from the backlines.
Mech are doing a great job of utilizing all the angles, all the avenues of approach. Redgar's left with the only one now. Probably should be a 2v1, but in their favor, Redgar's going to try to pull this one across the line, but it's Leo tucked in. Attempt out of Mech. They're looking to put the Andy straight in towards this A side as the pace is taken to 100. Leo picking off the first, and now damage being done across the board. No one's going to be able to pick KO back up. Nats down to 6 HP, being dove on, and well, Leo with an ambitious play there. It's all a bait. Guild now stacking up a 3rd player around Arcade. They really want to fight that area, but well, it looks like we've got Mech coming through main, waiting for the wall to break, and now they're blitzing on through. The nade is good. It clears a lot of space for them, but standing on the edge of that nade was Russ. He did a lot of damage. He stopped Chronicle from getting in at the start, along with some breach utility, but Chronicle 5 HP to his name, and he's picked up another kill. Trex coming in with the tour de force. Sorry, the showstopper at last. It's the tour de force on Safe that won't even get used, as he is dropped right away.
Okay, big round from Chronicle. Again.
Oh, Russ is just being bombarded with utility. He's being forced into the corner, but with Safe actually baiting out a little bit here, and he's catching kill after kill. It was a wall bang onto Shados, and I think a Kalat at the same time. Damage, not the kill, but you know, every little helps. 10 seconds left. Spike in the open. This one is done and dusted. Redgar out here looking for some more damage, and That's about all he could hope for, just the one
Chance for Nats as well. Solo pushing into the site. They are prepared for anything at this stage. And again, you can see the Spike almost completely isolated, desperately trying to push out Trex, but the fact is he's more than happy to just sit back within this site. They're going to have to try and cross through. The flash is there, but it's actually going to be the drop from Trex. He's just doing fantastically well at the back of the site. It almost seems like the best strategy at the moment is to just avoid him.
One enemy remaining.
Redgar, last man standing, 45 seconds. He has the Spike, but he's trapped in. Look at where Russ is.
It's a nasty spot. There's a decent chance Redgar clears it. Not got much else to do on the way through, but yeah. Oh, no!
Yeah. Oh! I know sometimes I go a little bit out of the box, but...
Yeah, I think you've just fully lost your mind, to be honest.
Right. Ooh, okay, Shados. Might be something about this man stepping up to the plate that changes things a little. Spike will be retrieved by Defo, and there's a fair amount of space. They've still got to try and walk into this operator, though, and it's been so difficult for them to deal with. Safe has been landing shot after shot. Well, it seems like a bit of a jump scare for either side. They still have the orbital strike, though, and more importantly, they have the Spike as well.
Last player standing.
Had the Spike as well.
Yep. That's now safely back to Meg, planting it down. Here's the orbital strike, though. Find him a little bit of extra time. It's an ambitious play by Coldamenta. Last round, though. Why not? You got to chuck it in. No utility left. He might be able to drop down there. Yeah, but the jump, it gave him away on the way through. He needed just that one extra smoke.
Is going to be pushing. Well, yeah, you kind of got what we deserved there, I'll be honest. They're going to get onto the site, though. The thing is they need to clear it, and Leo just spams into the smoke. Madness as always, but that might have just won them the pistol. Obviously, Trex still stepping up when needed. Coldamenta trading, and now Shados left with his pistol, a few pieces of utility, one already expended, and a crossfire that, I'll be honest, I don't know how you get through this.
I don't think you do. There's way too much time. Even if they stagger one at a time, they've won it on the peak for the Spike. If you run down to clear them early, well, they are going to kill you in that crossfire. This is a lost situation. Shados just doesn't know it yet. And now that message has been well controlled by Mech over on B. You know, Nats is calling for the retake instead of playing the site control, so they don't actually rotate. So the site still stacked up on Showstopper through, not getting the damage. And Chronicle's able to follow up. 12 seconds, and now all of Mech are coming through these doors, looking to fight on site, but they're losing, Tom. They've lost every fight, and here comes the plant. Another kill in Guild's favor, and it's falling apart for Mech. Nats is the last man alive. They had the read, the rotate, the stack, even at the time on their side, Tom, but not a single kill on the way through. Far Trex after the Showstopper. That's an absolute disaster.
Yeah, they had everything in place. Like even Chronicle managing to get the first kill, avoiding that ultimate, and then from then on, it was just absolute slaughter, and it would continue to. But he might just get spammed through, and it's whether or not he actually wants to use it. Safe is even going to hard clear one of the close angles, and now the Rolling Thunder does come through for that pressure. But all they've managed to do is isolate one player. All the rest make a move through Dish. Nats with the tour de force gets nothing, but Redgar has gone huge on the back of site. He has Defo to support him, and it's left all onto Trex. He has to try and stick this, and I think they expect this to be bait. Why wouldn't they? It was a risky plant to go for in the open, but he gets it down.
Dropped, but it's been heard. Shados goes for the swing and gets it. Mech will hold on that little bit longer, and they do it with the weaker weapons. An impressive round out of them. And I love the decision-making of a little bit delayed, and Trex goes down. Now the cavalry's coming, but Nats is already on the site, and he's done his job. 2 kills in this position, more than enough, especially without the ability. Oh, hold on. He's got some teammates to back him up. Shados already taken safe. They can't get to the site. Never mind plant the spike. They barely made it out of main. Another early aggressive kill by Chronicle. He goes down with the Showstopper and even grabs another kill. Sure, he'll go down in the end, but is not that far gone, I feel like.
Yeah, we're seeing the angles slowly being cleared out, being trapped within this site. Definitely not an easy place to fight from, and Leo, there's only so much he can.
Fantastic. And we saw the exact opposite from Guild this time around. Trex down right away, and we're gonna get a very convincing start to this round for Mech. The pistols, though, the Headhunter showing up for a couple.
Okay, well, they have to know that Safe is here, desperately trying to retrieve something, and he will get himself a rifle. Coldamenta's also got a Bulldog. It's not an awful scenario for them to try and fight from. Getting into an afterplant, though, that feels like it's going to be difficult. And I think that's why Safe is fighting. But hey, he's also winning these battles. He's guaranteed tour de force for the next.
On site. They're going to take that space a little bit more quickly, a little bit more chaotically. Coldamenta now in the 1v1. He knows Nats is blow! And he'll get him as well. 11 found on a thrifty for... Oh, yes, they are going aggressive. But Guild, they're catching at least a couple of these kills. And then Mech come through dominantly, leaving Trex in a 1v3. Rifle in hand, knife in hand as he sprints into Chronicle. Finding the first showstopper online. Nade to play with. He's up top. That will have been heard. Whether Defo realizes he's gone up or not, it's another question. And Trex, of course, no idea where these players are. No Boombot to even cover his back as he makes his way forward. This all comes down to the timing, and Mech have a perfect play to work with. Once the initial contact is found, the swing comes through, and he should be able to trade! It looked like Trex was more than he's made it. Sprays not quite landing anybody. Two players spotted over there. Nade going through. Trex has got this player locked in. Redgar's gone. Good spray. It's dealing damage up above. Shados drops and gets eliminated immediately. Good flash. Good follow-up. And Spike secured. Defo might have a chance here. Oh, that's risky. And, well, right into the tour de force he goes.
I think wanting to try and almost lock down the spike, it leaves Nats. Horrible scenario to try and fight back from. It seems like he knows what a shot on Trex.
16th round, they'll blitz into this B site. Showstopper burned up, and Defo's dealt with a very valuable opening kill, Tom. And we'll see if they can carry that forward now as the spike is planted. They've still got a res to play with, Orbital Strike and Rolling Thunder.
Spike planted.
Already, Russ is going to be cleared out. An important head taken out. They've got to break themselves the wall through already. We're going to see the Rolling Thunder utilized to try and get a little bit more aggressive. And Trex, he's just picked off 2 heads. This man wants to make his way to the Masters as now only Shados remains to try and close this out. It's done. Guild are going to